back, first responders play a critical role in Utah communities. A lot of them are paid full-time wages with benefits. In rural communities, many first responders are volunteers. And tonight, in the Wait at the Call, Rural Emergency Medical Services, ABC4's Jason Wynn shows us how many don't know how to use those benefits.
The word is out in rural Utah. Peer support programs are helping our first responders.
At times, it would be helpful for me and other members of our agency to understand more about the training and things that are available to them that will be helpful for them in their job.
Claire Provost is the emergency director for Wasatch County. His crews are emotionally scarred. The gut-wrenching scene where 6 people lost their lives, still etched in their memories more than a year later.
I felt like that it was kind of a wake-up call to help us understand that there are things that can be helpful for them and their families. They're not going to come and say, you know what, I'm struggling.
Provost joined a couple of dozen emergency officials in Kanab this December, where they learned about peer support training from the State Critical Incident Stress Management Team.
And until we have some legislative assistance for rural Utah, especially for EMS generally, it's going to be these folks that find a way to fill the gap.
The deepest wound these folks will need to diagnose and heal: suicidal thoughts.
Ask, hey, are you thinking about killing yourself or taking your life by suicide? Asking somebody won't make them think, hey, that's a good idea, I'm going to do it. So just ask. Get in a habit of asking people, are you thinking about killing yourself? If they say yes, then you ask them when, and you ask them how, and you get them help.
It has been consuming so many for so long, including the retired people, and once they retire, they no longer have a reason in the morning to get up and put their game face on.
While working with rural first responders to get the emotional support they need, the state learned employee assistance programs are few and far between.
I didn't realize the need here. I'm kind of surprised that there's not employee assistance programs in place immediately.
I think one of the hardest parts in rural Utah is that we don't have insurance programs for them. We don't have EAP programs for them. So even though we may identify somebody that is having a problem, we don't have a lot of the resources that some of the bigger places have.
Even with an EAP in place, there are other problems directors in rural Utah face: access to confidential help.
Sending them to a counselor or to therapy, most of the time those are people that they know very well, and they're not going to be talking with them.
To fill the void, these emergency directors are looking at help across county lines to keep mental health issues private and possibly encompassing a rural Utah peer support program.
To me, that would be a valuable tool in our toolbox to help us in helping our employees to overcome some of these challenges.
Here's what we learned. There is no way to viably check suicide data in Utah when it comes to our volunteer first responders. The reason for that is because many times the medical examiners put down their full-time jobs as employment and not their volunteer jobs that may contribute to their lives being taken by suicide.
My goodness, another strong look at this case. Tell us then, Jason, for those at home watching this, what can they do to help first responders that they know?
Emily, all I can tell you is what first responders have told me, and that is to call your state legislators, call your city councils, your county councils, and tell them that there needs to be a focus on first responders' mental health and fund peer support programs. And as you heard in this piece, there's a lot of people that are trying to help these people, and we've exposed that through the Way to the Call series. But as you heard, there needs to be funding for these programs, and that's why these people are asking for help. And until then, especially down in rural Utah, they're just going to have to take care of themselves.
Oh my word, there's some good happening, but still so much more to be done.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jason Wynn reporting.
Thank you.